Hello, and welcome to Dire Bear. It's Tuesday night, so of course that means we're playing Operation Aegis, our Lancer actual play. I'll be your storyteller for the evening, Jason. And with me as usual will be Sarah playing Vika, Patrick playing Freddy,
Hello.
Carr playing Tiana. Did I get that right? Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Eric playing Uriah, Rappy playing Melody, and Jeremy playing Cortev.
Got it in one.
Jeremy, do you remember where we were last week? Or specifically where you left off last week?
Weird gunfight was happening and Cortav run away from it, and then something else happened, but it's not super important.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all, no.
We had the whole boop boop and the "we'll be right back" thing pops up.
Mm-hmm.
To be continued.
The
Question mark.
See you, Space Cowboy.
Alright. So let's see, last week you had finished off the last couple of mechs up top on the farm. You had examined the out-of-place building and descended into the apparently secret base underneath it. You ran into enemy troops, and there was a fight. It didn't go well for the enemy troops. I believe you've taken one prisoner.
Mm-hmm.
Though he was giving you no information other than his name, rank, and serial number.
Mm-hmm.
While y'all were finishing off the fight, like Jeremy said, Cortev snuck further into the facility. He was headed towards the, let's see, it was the lab, I believe.
It was the lab.
Yeah.
Was it Beta?
Cortev had contacted the people in the infirmary. Because you had people holed up, barricaded in the infirmary, and barricaded in one of the labs.
And the infirmary recommended going to the lab first.
Correct.
I think.
Yes.
Yeah, because
they weren't being attacked.
Yeah, because there was like active someone trying to breach the lab.
Which we found out they were actually using breaching charges, or attempting to use breaching charges.
Right.
Yep.
And then Cortav
somebody
got
has
close and Q roundabout.
Somebody has already, early in this session, redeemed points.
Do what?
For a hydrate and a stretch.
Just sat down.
Fair
Gotta
enough.
save the stretch for when we're already under stress.
To be fair, some of us have been sitting here for a while already.
That's true. I have been here since I was working, so it is good for me.
I will adjust my jumbo shrimp posture, but I haven't gotten my beverage yet.
So thank you, Echo,
Oh, hi, Echo.
Ori,
Or
Ian?
Wayne. Echo Orion.
Just give me a second.
I think that's what it is.
I don't think it's spelled Orion, but it might be pronounced that.
I haven't looked at their username in forever. That's on me.
But anyway, welcome. Glad to see you. So yes, Cortev had gotten basically to the infirmary, was creeping up, heard people talking, figured out they have at least one demolition expert. And from that conversation, it also further confirmed they are trying to take people alive here.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, somebody ran in the corner and spotted him.
Yep.
And I think that's where we wrapped up.
And that's where Cortev is going to do the Dark Souls dodge roll and try to find cover.
Alright, well, the soldier that spotted you is definitely going for his gun.
Sure.
I mean, he's already holding the gun. I should say he's taking a shot.
He's just getting an aim, and I'm using my get somewhere quick to like not let him do that.
Alright, so the rest of you hear gunfire.
Oh, fun.
What are y'all going to do?
Have we secured this captive in any way?
I think he's at least zip tied, or y'all had secured him
got
in
him
some
cuffed.
fashion.
Yes.
Because y'all did that before y'all started questioning him.
Mm-hmm.
Can we shove him into a closet, or do we gotta bring him with us?
We may have to bring him with us.
You can shove him into a closet. That's fine.
What does the book say about this? Which something we would know.
To our
Yeah. Is there any kind of convention that we need to know about?
You couldn't leave him in the closet just forever, but you could stash him there if you needed to.
do we have any tranquilizers or something like that? So
All I really have are bombs, and those are
Put the mop stick in in the cabinet door.
5 sessions later, it cuts back to him. It's like, hello.
That would be us. Don't,
That would be us.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
End of the year. Anyone remember to let that guy out of the closet back on our first mission?
He's now the big bad.
Son of a, and that's where the session ends.
And the epilogue is y'all on basically trial for war crime.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
The
so
system sometimes works slow on this planet.
you have all heard the gunfire. What are you doing with your prisoner? Is he coming with you or getting stashed somewhere?
I'm assuming before we cuffed him, we stripped him of any kind of weapons and anything like that.
He dropped his weapon too, as I recall.
Oh, other stuff that may have been on him. I vote we shove him in a closet and secure the closet. We'll come back for him later. Somebody has to remember to come back for him later, though.
So
No,
we're
somebody's
locking the door,
not me.
right?
all right.
We're locking the door, right?
Yes.
I also, before we go, I don't know how long this is. I guess I could do invent create essentially with some of the pieces that I have. Basically, just like a trip. If he breaks out and tries to run or something like that, at least we know, hey, he got out.
Okay,
Literal
just
padlock.
something
You
to
can also
notify
do
you.
that to make a literal padlock.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're not making a booby trap. That's good to know.
You don't have enough time to home alone, but you can just set off a car alarm.
A prisoner of war is kind of duty bound to escape if possible.
Yes.
It's like the bowl of Halloween candy in front of the Claymore mine. That sort of thing.
I
So,
don't like that.
so basically, we're putting him in a closet. Yes.
Sounds like it.
Yes.
He's restrained, and we're blocking him. A closet/room where he can't get out of.
There's a bunch of shipping crates. Just throw them in
Okay.
that.
Well, no. Here's the thing. So we put him in the closet. I would like to use my inventor create skill. Grab some essentials out of my wilderness survival kit because it says and so on. So I guess I just have stuff.
That tracks.
Basically,
I pull a neodymium magnet out.
I guess. Well, no, I'm gonna zip tie my mag clamps together so they make like an L, and then just onto the floor in front of the door. Basically,
Okay.
mag clamp the door shut.
Okay. So y'all see both Freddy and Uriah go into their packs. Freddy sets up this thing that will tell you if he gets out. And Uriah basically puts a stopper on the door.
A movable rod.
Stopper.
Awesome.
Hey,
Literal bullet time, by the way.
immovable rods can break games.
Yep.
Also, we're
And then you hear some more gunfire.
I just
Let's
imagine
go.
your eyes working this going, just whistling as he puts this.
And
Go. Let's go.
and now we cut to Jeremy.
Oh,
I rolled a 12 on my move roll.
All right. And you generally need a 10 or better.
Roll a
Mhm.
d20, not to die.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, yes. I would
Oh, he
like
wouldn't
not to
die.
He'd just have a
Get
scar
hurt
to
bad.
match his other one.
Yeah.
emotional damage.
Oh no, I'm symmetrical.
Oh no!
All right. All right, so you roll out of the way. It's like just as soon as you spot him, he spins, but you go into your dive roll. Basically, you jump across the hall and kind of smack open like an office door, just some door. You have no idea what door it is when you just kind of hit it and into that room.
Hit it,
out
close
of the
it,
rain of
lock
light.
it. What's in here?
Someone getting dressed.
That's fine.
Awkward.
It appears to be an office.
No one in here?
Computer on a desk, bookshelf with some books.
Is the lock electronic or is it manual?
This is just a little like manual, interior door lock.
Yeah. That's what I'm asking. Oh, it didn't save the stuff I had last time. Okay, that's cool.
Yup.
Yeah, we need to check to see if that's a thing other people are having a problem with, or if we're doing something wrong.
Oh. It's fine. I know what I had.
And you hear the guy, he had already called out, but he's telling them what he saw.
Yep.
Do we hear the guy yelling about, "Hey, there's somebody in this office"?
He's not yelling that loud. He's loud enough to be heard around the corner. Jeremy, you hear like people moving around outside, and a voice calls out telling you to come out with your hands up.
Fuck off!
There's a rattle on the door. I'm assuming you locked the door since you were asking about the lock.
Yes.
Okay. They try the door. Somebody tries to kick the door.
I will have, in the time that they're kicking the door down, I'm setting up like a little barricade with like a table.
Okay. There's a desk you can move. There,
Just flip
You
the
can give yourself a little
desk
cover.
over.
Flip a bookshelf.
They don't kick it a second time, though. You just hear gunfire as they blow the lock off.
Have we made it
I'm
around the
already-
corner yet?
No. This is the second bit of gunfire that you heard before y'all even started.
Ah,
Y'all were all watching someone make a door stopper.
Well, we're just going to stick him here, make sure he's comfy. We're going to fool around with some of the toys
breach
in
and
our
clear. Breach
patch.
and clear.
Guys,
Well-oiled machine. We're coming. We're coming.
Hey, you ran off without us, man.
no pussyfooting.
I'm not. I'm imitating God. Magnets, how do they work?
So anyway, once they blow the lock off, they kick in the door. Two soldiers kind of step in, and then to each side of the door.
I will mostly I'm just like sticking and moving. Fire, roll, get somewhere else.
This is not a huge office, dude. This is like one.
No,
This is like a
it's-
one-man office.
But it's perfect for my weapons because they're sidearms.
All right, they yell one more time for you to surrender.
Come on.
All right, they go open fire then.
uh,
15.
You have a little bit of cover, so you have one accuracy.
Oh, perfect. That got me to 21.
All right, in that case, let's say 21. So for a crit, you manage to drop out of sight and roll over to like the other piece of cover that you've drug over there.
Yep.
I'm picturing you've thrown the table on its side and drug the
There's
desk
a
over.
couple little spots where I just fire from one and roll, get to another.
All right, are you going to
Not
return
necessarily-
fire?
Huh?
Are you going to return fire?
Oh, absolutely.
Y'all are now running in the hallway, hearing an actual, what's clearly an actual gunfight now.
Actual gunfire. Oh, there's the actual 20, not the without aim, because I rolled a 15 the first time. That's the actual 20.
All right, you hit one of them. How much damage did your gun do?
1 apiece.
And you're going woo?
Yeah, he's dual wielding.
Okay. So that is 2 points.
He's got these like legally distinct Uzis.
The floozies.
That's a whole different. Yeah.
Well,
Wrong system.
Sorry.
It's been
No,
nice.
you're
knowing you,
not.
Tar.
well, it's up there.
Kill the
with-
medic, it's fine.
I know.
It's kind of like how Bimbo used to mean a tough guy. So who knows? Maybe the meanings have changed.
There's also, I think, a bread company named Bimbo. I'm
There
amused
is.
every time I see their name.
It's in Ohio, I think.
Good bread.
We have a factory actually, like down from my house.
But
Does it smell like baking bread?
That just head shake.
you could see the disappointment. He was emoting it so well.
I
Mhm.
don't smell anything. Is the
right.
unfortunate part.
Yes.
So you managed to peg one of them. You know, he's wearing a little bit of body armor that seems to take most of it.
Mhm.
He cries out. Clearly, you know, it clearly hurt.
As it should. That is the
Those of-
intention.
Those of us running down the hallway, can we see how many people are outside of the room by chance?
If y'all sprint full speed,
Mhm.
you can just get there, but not act before all the rest of them get to act again. Because Cortev had several rounds of movement getting away from you while you wrapped up the fight. Now, he was doing that stealthily, so with y'all sprinting, y'all catch up pretty quick.
Question. Could I potentially get there in time to fire if I utilize get somewhere quickly?
Maybe take a disadvantage or something.
All right, give me a roll with get somewhere quick.
Okay.
If you succeed, do I want to make this risky?
Not 1d30, 1d20.
Do we want to make this risky or just keep it regular? We'll keep it a regular roll, so 10 or better. Now, whatever action you take once you get there, I'm going to give you
The difficulty?
a difficulty on.
Yeah, that's fair.
Follow-up question. Instead of trying to hit someone, could I try to just take someone out at like the knees if I use get somewhere quick?
Sure, same thing.
Absolutely.
Same thing I gave him, though. You know,
Just like shoulder
You'd have
check a
difficulty.
guy or something
You'd
like
have a
that.
difficulty.
That
Oh,
works.
wait, I'm sorry. I don't have get somewhere quick. I have get a hold of something, not get somewhere quick. Sorry.
no, okay. In that case, never mind.
So 21.
Then use your get a hold of something and get a sledgehammer.
Okay, where did the +2 come from? Oh no, that's
My trigger.
that's the get somewhere quick. I'm sorry, I was thinking about
Yep.
your action once you got there. Okay, so yeah, you sprint off. You get further ahead. You leave big little sister behind. So you round the corner before them. You hear the gunfire coming out of that office. There is a soldier on either side of the door. From the commotion, you can tell there's people inside the room as well.
Okay. So take a difficulty, or would me getting past a 20 for that roll potentially negate it?
You know, it was a crit, fair enough. Just to make a regular roll.
Square deal. That did not work.
So you round the corner, you see him, you fire, but you miss.
Yeah.
Ah.
I'm pretty sure they don't miss the bolt of plasma that goes past them, though.
No, they're aware of you now.
Fair enough.
They weren't until you fired.
Yeah.
Y'all are running, but there's been a lot of gunfire going on, so they didn't catch the pap of your feet.
Earned the ire of the one guy's mustache you burned off.
It's a beautiful
the
Tom
mustache.
Selleck style mustache.
Now
he's got half of it.
Mm-hmm.
All
My
right.
mustache.
So the rest of you catch it. Basically, the rest of you are still like just getting to that corner where Uriah had gotten there, pulled out his gun and fired. Just as a reminder, Vika, I think you had picked up the rifle that your captive had been using.
Yeah, I have the assault rifle,
Kind
the
of
broom,
begrudgingly,
5
but-
charges.
The broom.
Oh, 5 flashbangs.
Did you take all the flashbangs?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. I knew the group had taken them all. I didn't realize Vika had gone, nope,
No
mine,
one-
nope, mine, nope, mine.
Well, no one had spoken up, so she was just like, I will just apply all of these to my belt. If you need them, please feel free to grab one.
These are mine. Have a good day. Bye.
That and she didn't trust Uriah to have one.
No.
Smart.
Honestly, yeah.
What, what happens when I pull this trigger?
What does this button do?
You turn around and the flash grenade has become a breaching charge.
That's the point of
all right, so the two
Vika's
guys
not
around
stopping at the corner.
the two guys by the door, you know, when they see Uriah, they basically, you know, are backing up the way they came, yelling more hostiles. And they will both take a shot at Uriah.
Cool.
But GMs don't roll in this portion. So give me a roll, Uriah, to see if you can dodge.
What do you mean?
I don't
Bad.
think.
Don't roll in the narrative spot.
Yeah, in the narrative, I don't think the GMs roll any. I think
Yeah.
Let's say I have an evasion stat.
Yeah, well, you'd roll that. Oh, wait. For your regular... Well, now you have a set of pilot stats for when your pilot is running around on the ground in mech combat.
Oh.
That's where all that comes in.
Oh, okay.
Just in case, you know.
Everything in
mech-
narrative is
mech
just skill
human.
checks.
Oh, okay. I thought that was
In
like
case you-
just okay.
Yeah,
In
and
case you're Black Thumb rodeoing and you get shot at.
Well, as in Black Thumb Rodeo, you're protected by a shield, so if you get hit and the shield breaks, you automatically get put back in the cockpit.
One time.
Yeah.
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 You
Anyway,
could also set your mech to
And you
self-destruct
can-
and be running away from your mech. The
That's right.
battlefield.
And if you
so
listen quietly, the fact when Jason said DMs don't roll dice, you can hear his heart breaking.
A little bit.
I have all this dice and nowhere to roll it.
okay, so this would just be a straight D20 that I don't think get somewhere quickly would count for this.
Probably not. I let it count with Jeremy just because he was specifically dive rolling to like
Yeah,
change his location.
that's her. So am I rolling just once?
Since there's two of them shooting at you, roll once. With difficulty.
With difficulty? Okay. Excuse me. 16.
All right. The rest of you, just right around the corner, you see Uriah just do this little dance. It's like two shots whiz past him.
He just
Dodgeball champion of the world. Let's go.
You see like an arm reach out and grab him by the scruff of the neck and yank him back.
Hey,
Dodge a bullet, you can dodge a ball.
I was having fun. What? They didn't hit me.
All right.
Just
Inside.
like no words, just like sister face.
Deadpan.
Go
All right.
on.
Inside the room, Jeremy, what are you doing? Or what is Cortev doing?
Ducking and covering from return fire,
Okay.
which I assume is coming.
Oh, it's coming. All right. So there's two of them. So roll to get out of the way.
Do I have accuracy of both of them? Because I'm on cover.
Let's see. There's two of them, which
It's
would give you
basically me
difficulty,
diving
but
between-
but the cover would give you accuracy, so it's just a straight die roll.
Okay.
You know, plus whatever you've got that you would factor into it if you've got something.
Just he's basically just jumping between two sets of cover, two or more
Okay.
sets of cover. So, if you're gonna let me get somewhere quickly, it'll be 21. But I rolled a 19.
You're pretty much
That's fine.
stationary in that
19.
one room at this point.
I'll take a 19.
Okay. So not a crit, but you avoid getting shot.
Yes.
That desk and that table, they could probably take a few more shots, but not a whole lot more.
No.
It's made of wood, not metal.
Even if it was made out of metal, it probably wouldn't last very long. Are
Head
these
to
like
fire.
are these bullets that are shooting at me, or like lasers, or what's going on here?
Yeah, these are just ballistics. These are just regular
Okay.
old.
I'm just
Old
trading
style
ballistics with
guns.
ballistics then. Oh, shotguns. Ooh, jeez. All right. Well, I will return fire then.
Okay.
Ah, that's a one. He's like
Well,
He-
you
tries to shoot and he forgets that he hasn't reloaded yet, so he just fuck goes under the table.
No. One of the guns fires and just misses. The other one jams.
Okay. Is it just one door in and out of the office?
Yes. Yeah,
Understood.
the office is just steps out into the hallway.
Yep.
Y'all, of course, the rest of you hear all this gunfire.
it's the way this gunfight is going. It's basically sounds like the combat in a bathroom stall, and yet somehow you're both missing.
I'm not missing. I missed one time. Professional. I have a professional thing to uphold.
The two that were outside are going back down the hallway, correct?
They are backing down the hallway.
Vikas,
Not running away. They're just backing up as they shoot.
how far away is that office door?
This little stretch of hallway. It's like you've got it's like you turn a corner, you go down a ways, and it turns another corner to the lab, and the office is about the halfway point. So
Could she get
15,
there?
20 feet.
Could Vika get there and then apply some fists to the back of a head if in one turn, or would it be two separate turns?
You mean like step into the office and hit somebody?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
She's gonna make a break for that office and apply some fists to the back of some faces. Would she get any bonus for like surprise or anything?
Yeah, they're pretty occupied with Cortev. So give yourself an accuracy.
Ooh, I get to cancel out my inaccurate. Okay.
Can I also say I've been luring them further into the room? Like I know it's small, but I'm like I'm getting them further in as I've been moving.
Well, yeah, they're in the process of like flanking your cover.
They sure are trying.
All right, 13 is a success. You run up and clock one of them in the back of the head.
For 3 damage.
I'm going to roll even or odd to see which one you hit. Because, one of them's already been damaged. Odd will be 1, even will be 2. Alright, so 3 damage.
Yes, it will.
Let's see. I probably need to mark down for number 3 and 4 since they're out in the hallways. All right, Freddie, what are you doing?
All right. I'm coming up. They said, okay, 'cause I keep hearing 2 in the hallway and there's 2 in the office.
Correct.
Well, I'll pull up to a corner, take cover behind it, and take a shot off at one of them.
Okay.
Just try to keep things as less complicated as possible.
All right, you got any tags?
And the hits keep on a coming.
All right, so that's a 3. Not a 1 though, so nothing hinky happens. You just miss. You all hear a voice like around the other corner, speaking in the enemy soldiers' language. Charges are ready.
Oh no.
Charges?
You all hear that?
They're trying to blow open the barricade.
Mm-hmm.
How far is this office from where they're about to blow the lab?
So it's from where most of the guys are standing. It's like 15, 20 feet down to the office. About another 15, 20 feet to that where the hallway curves around again, and the lab is just right around that corner.
So not too far.
No, not at all.
Not in line of sight, but not far.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Tiana.
If she goes around the corner and she sees the two guys backing down the corner,
Mhm.
like they're backing away from when I come around the corner, right?
Right, they're facing you, but backing up.
Yeah,
You know, it's like they're backing up while firing.
and they're about probably like how far from that corner? About 10 feet?
Let's see. We go 15 or 20 feet to the door. They're about another 5 feet past there.
So
So they're
from
like
me,
25 feet or so.
from me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can make the distance easy if you wanted to run up to them. And certainly it's no problem shooting that distance.
Is there any? Okay, I'll just try to hit one.
Okay.
Nope. 6.
Okay.
Do better with Overwatch than I do with.
You have to hit in reaction. You can't just be hitting people willy nilly.
I know, right? That's not how this works anymore for my character.
Uriah,
Yes.
what do you do?
I hear the charges are ready.
Mhm.
And I got yanked back via sister.
Who walked ahead of you?
Yeah, she yanked you back and then sprinted off.
Ah, okay. So just said you were going after the two backing into the hall, or going after the guy with the breaching charge?
To who?
You.
She went in the office and
She went in the
Right,
office. She's
okay.
bailing me out.
Office.
overcut the person on the head.
That's fair.
Double axe handle.
With my background in mechanics,
Mm-hmm.
would shooting the breaching charge set it off, or just destroy the components?
Depends on what kind of explosive they're using.
That's true.
They're just using plastic explosives.
Yeah, they're using some kind of C4. A bullet ain't gonna do nothing to that.
Well, this isn't a bullet. This is plasma.
Semtex.
I don't think plasma would set off C4. I think C4 burns without exploding. Electricity's the problem. But if they're using something else, you need to examine it, or at least have it where you could see it before you knew for sure.
Would I be able to get to that corner, take a look around to see if I could identify it?
Yes, it would involve you running past those two armed guys.
You do have get somewhere quick.
That's true.
I do. How close are you to the doors, eh?
I don't know how big is the office and how far in were the guys, 'cause they
The
were
office
being
is
lured
like
backwards.
10 by 10 at best.
Yeah, you had to take like 2 steps into the office to reach the guy.
Like maybe, yeah, 2 steps in.
Can I go by the door, yoink a flash grenade, and basically just go yeet at the two guys in the hall and basically blind them as I go past?
If he yells
I think
grenade,
still
could
have-
she just react and yeet it at him?
The way I'm understanding is you'd still have to walk past them to do that.
Yeah, but it's saying is blind them with the grenade
Sure.
to make it harder for them to react to me going past. That's the thought process.
All right. Alright, so a risky skill check still succeeds on the 10+, but the character suffers consequences anyway.
Just crit then.
Just roll a 20. How hard can it be?
Roll a 20. Shit. I've already rolled one today.
Pretty hard.
Alright,
The
so when
dice
making it
do,
risky,
like,
you always
tell
suffer
stories.
consequences.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, if the action is too hard or success seems too outlandish, I can make it heroic, in which case you have to roll a 20+.
Doesn't seem heroic. It just seems like a lot of action going on at once.
Mm-hmm.
That's hard.
Maybe we could at least make it to the door to duck in there and then throw the flash grenade and move on next turn, maybe?
And then somebody else could get past. Yeah, good point.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so you're basically gonna run up, duck in the door, grab a flash grenade off her belt, and just kind of out the door towards those guards. Or
Basically.
those soldiers, I should say. Okay.
Yep.
That's fine. You can do that with just a regular check.
Yep. This wouldn't count as assault, would it?
Assault?
By definition, assault.
You are using a weapon, I mean, sure.
Fair enough. 20.
Shit.
Just roll a 20, okay?
Just
That'll
roll
do it.
20, like I said.
roll
Oh,
a
but-
20.
So it's basically, Raya just slides in, basically, slides into Vika, yoink,
Doesn't
yanks a
move.
grenade, and then yeet down the hall. Maybe like clocks a dude on the head with a grenade with the
Oh.
20.
Well, what I see you doing is, in the room, run into her, grab it, and basically just turn around, chunk it straight out the door so that it kind of bounces off the wall,
Uh-huh.
the other side of the hallway, and down towards those guys since they were
You
still
curved
relatively
the
close
bullet.
to
Smart flash.
Uh-huh.
Titanfall 2 smart pistol.
Yeah. Y'all, all of you in the hall just hear from the doorway, yeet! And then the grenade.
I keep thinking Space and Above and Beyond. You find out some of their grenades were homing. Because they literally had one throw, a guy ducks behind the cover, and the grenade stops and just sits there floating, and he looks around the corner, and then it blows up.
Alright, so everybody that's in the hallway,
Ideas.
which
I
right
didn't step
now...
around the hallway. I just shot down the hallway. I didn't know if that counts, but
So Tiana and Freddy were firing down the hallway.
Yep.
Melody had not rounded the corner yet. So Freddy and Tiana, I need you to give me rolls. Basically to recognize that that's a flash grenade and kind of, shield your eyes.
I do have an anti-photon visor.
Okay, it's not going to bother you then.
Okay.
Tiana, do you have any
Let's see
equipment
what
that would help you with the flashbang?
nope.
Essentially, basically, when I see him throw the grenade, I immediately do the old arc
Natural
welder.
20.
Roll a 20.
Roll a 20.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Fucking, how hard is it?
Jeez.
So
Jason's
yeah,
been
the
trying
second
to
you see the
get
thing
you
coming out,
to
you realize that he's probably...
I
What
just ducked back behind the wall.
Alright. So you two are fine. I mean, everybody hears the bang and, it is, it probably even feels, I guess, the shockwave. But none of you, the flash has not gotten any of you. The guys in the hallway are shook up by it. Basically, anything you do to them, any rolls you make to avoid something they're doing, you've got accuracy. Melody.
Yes.
So all this gunfire, you saw the flashbangs go off, but you were around the corner, so you weren't blinded. But you still see kind of a flash of light.
Hmm.
You hear those two soldiers kind of going, "Ah, my eyes!"
My eyes. Perfect.
Uh-huh. Well, I don't have grenades.
Have you got a gun?
I do. I do. So yeah, I guess I'll kind of round the corner and look, and they're like kind of like covering their face or whatever. Are
They
they
still got their
visible, though?
guns, but like one of them is like rubbing his eyes at the back of his hand. The other guy's just like, it's like he's trying to blink his vision clear, but he's still kind of looking down the hallway.
All right, I'm gonna shoot.
Okay.
I rolled a 19 to hit.
Okay. Because they're blind, you've got accuracy, so roll a d6 and add that.
So you're guaranteed to crit.
No, just roll a 20. That seems to be the.
Roll the
That-
20.
Insane.
So I rolled a 4 on that, so a
Alright.
19 and a 4.
So
And does 2
23, so that's a
damage?
crit. 2 damage, but you got a crit, so that's 4 damage. So one of them screams. You hit him in the chest. He's got a little bit of body armor. It probably helps some, but you do see blood. So it clearly got through.
Mm-hmm.
Cortev.
Well, one of my guns is jammed. They're both reacting to that, right? Like they're not like full eye shielding, but they're like, huh?
Well, they heard the bang and the flash and stuff, but they were facing
Yes.
away from the door, so there's no
Yeah,
issue
yeah.
there.
That's, I'm not expecting them to be flashed.
One of them just got clocked in the head, so he's turning around to deal with Vika.
So that one's turning to deal with Vika. The other one, I'm going to dislodge my magazine out of the one that's jammed anyway,
Okay.
and just chuck it at this guy trying to hit like in the nose area, where it's just all cartilage. And I'm trying to run out and get to the
Discombobulated.
where the explosives are.
Okay. Give me a roll.
This is definitively get somewhere quick, right?
On the other hand, you're also trying to clock the guy.
I'm not trying to. It's not me trying to like do damage to him. I'm just distraction as I run.
Oh, okay.
Distraction.
Yeah, go ahead and move somewhere quick then.
This
Yeah.
goes. All right. And
That's a 14.
Okay, well, that's a success. So,
first the flash grenade and then the pocket sand.
however you want to do it, what I picture is you vaulting over your cover, one-handed vault over the cover where you chunk the grenade, or not grenade,
Yeah,
chunk the
pretty
gun
much.
to the guy.
No, I just chunked the magazine, and I just
Oh, okay.
He
overreacts to the magazine because for a second he thinks it's a grenade, so he's really like, ah! But he recognizes it's going past.
And
But he really steps out of your way, basically,
So on the way out, I'll be like, "Thanks, guys," and I'll
as you run past
Yep.
another dude, Vika and Uriah.
Yep.
You run
What's
out
going
past
here?
these two guys that are, one guy's just been shot, one guy's still rubbing his eyes.
Mhm.
Boy, you get your ass back here.
One of us has to disarm this thing.
But yeah, you make it to the corner, and you turn the corner, and there's one guy down by the door. You see the makeshift. It's clearly somewhat makeshift charge there.
Is it electrical in nature, or is it like plastic, like a putty?
It looks like a putty from your distance.
Okay.
The guy's got a detonator in his hand and is like backing up from the door.
Do it get there quick enough to like fiddle with him?
You have rounded the corner
Mhm.
and gotten close enough to look at it. Not
Okay.
close enough to actually take an action on it this time.
That's fine.
Though the demolition specialist has seen you. It's like, oh, crap.
Well, if he does it if he doesn't back up fast enough, he's going to like blow himself up. All right, but that'll be me.
All right, so that's that round. Next up. Okay, the guy you punched, Vika, he spins around.
Hello there.
You know, bringing his
Spits around,
rifle.
looks up.
Well, yeah, he turns around, staring her straight right in the throat, and then moving up to find her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Vika, my eyes
While
actually
bringing
are
the
up
butt of his
here.
rifle around and then adjusting it into an upward motion.
And just a D20.
Well, what would you like to do? If you're going to attack him, then this is just a melee where the two of you are trying to melee each other. So you could just melee him, and if you fail, you take a lick from him. But if you succeed,
Yeah.
then you do damage to him.
Probably try and just maybe, if he's bringing the rifle up, just like push it back against his face.
Okay. Give me a roll.
Nice.
16.
Alright. That is definitely a success. And you do how much damage in melee?
3.
And this is the guy that you had punched before.
Mm-hmm.
So he's already taken 3. So yeah, he swings around and you just sort of... It's almost like a palm strike, but you catch one side of the butt and just back into his face, and he just goes down in a heap. He is out like a light. He's not dead, but he is unconscious.
We don't need to put him in a closet. He's fine right here.
You say that now.
It's fine. We'll just lock the door behind us.
It'll be okay.
We have another set of mag clamps somewhere.
Uriah, you see the other guy in the room come up with his gun, and he is going to try to shoot. Specifically, about to try to shoot your sister.
How close am I to him?
It's like a 10 by 10 room. You're pretty close.
Oh. Arm blade comes out, and he's basically going to try to just stab the dude's arm to basically knock the gun up.
Okay.
I've heard of disarming, but this is ridiculous.
Nope.
Alright, then he takes his shot at Vika.
Mhm.
Oh no, what I should have done was make that a risky roll. Where you succeeded, she didn't get shot, and if you failed, you wound up taking the shot.
It's too
I'll
late.
I'll remember it for next time.
Okay.
We hand you this knife, and it's like 3 sessions in, like, here's the knife. Hold this right into the chest.
Alright, so he's shooting at you, Vika.
I just roll evade. Or like a D20.
Yeah.
Okay. $14.
Okay.
It's all armor.
Alright.
Once catches it in her teeth. Chews on it.
It's bubble gum to her.
Does he have like a shiner on his somewhere around on his face?
He wasn't the one that got hit.
No, from me.
Oh.
Oh, he's got a little scrape or something where it clipped him. Alright, you three in the hallway. By which I mean Freddy, Melody, and Tiana.
Overwatching. I'm doing what I do good.
Overwatching.
Car, just roll a 20, okay?
No, right? I can only
What?
do it when I Overwatch.
What don't you understand about just roll a 20? Everyone else has.
I know, right? I already have. I rolled 1.
All right. So the two blind guys are just firing wildly down the hallway. They are obviously in just spray and pray mode. They can't see you clearly. They're just waving their guns back and forth.
Good trigger discipline.
Huh.
All right. Since I know. Oh, what's.
So basically, anything y'all do towards them is going to be considered risky. You know, if you do anything but kind of duck down or hide, you run the risk of being shot yourself. So don't fail your rolls.
Jeremy is
But we
your
also
character.
get Sorry.
Jeremy,
Yes.
is your guy's name Kortrev? Is that how you pronounce it, or
Kortev.
Kortev?
Uh-huh.
'Cause I know he's gonna need help because I actually overheard them said the charges are ready. I'm gonna use my stay cool and basically try to, as they're just sort of spraying wildly, more or less maneuver around them.
Okay, you're just
get
going
to-
to try to run past them while keeping low
Yeah.
enough not to be hit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, risky roll, so if you fail, ouch. But give me a roll.
And
if
I
he-
have advantage still, correct?
Yes, because they are blind.
And if he fails, I can roll to attack the one to try and stop
Right.
it.
I rolled a 1 on the d6, thankfully.
Oh, all I saw was a 1.
Not
okay.
a 20. So unfortunately, it's not a 20, but it's
Okay.
close.
18 on the D20, a 1 on the D6. So not a crit, but that comes out to a 19.
Oh, it's actually, it would be actually the 18 would be a 20 because I'm at a +2 because it's stay cool.
Oh, right, we didn't factor that in. So yeah, you managed to do this moving at full speed. You dive right past them.
Pardon me, gentlemen.
You catch up to Cortev. Just right around the corner.
Lady, it's hard to tell in the armor.
And like him, you can see, it looks like a blob of putty with some sort of detonator on it. You'd have to get closer to tell any real details on the detonator.
The guy's got the detonator. As I'm getting close, is it like wired to the thing?
No, it seems to be wireless.
Wireless. Okay. All right, got my turn.
Melody, you're in the hallway. What are you doing?
I am going to take another shot.
Okay.
And I still roll a d6, right?
Yes, you've still got advantage or accuracy.
Accuracy.
18 on the d20 and a 3 on the d6.
Okay. I was about to remind you that it's risky, but that doesn't matter because you succeeded.
Just roll a 20.
And how much damage do you do?
2 damage.
Wait, you rolled 18 and then you got a 3 on your d6?
Yes.
So that's 20.
Okay,
So
so
that
that-
would be 4.
So yeah, that's another 4. You gun him down. The guy you wounded before, he gets another little.
Not afraid to take a body.
Yeah.
Let's see. And Tiana, you were on Overwatch you're waiting for somebody to flub up, and they just wouldn't do it.
That's fine. That's fine.
Everyone just kept rolling 20s.
Preventative healthcare is amazing.
What's the name of his pistol?
Cortev, you're up.
All right. Cortev has a glove on, and you tell me if this is good enough to use.
He just wears one glove.
It's a specific.
Homage.
He has a subjectivity enhancement suite.
Is it white?
Huh? No, it's a no. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna run up and attempt to get because he's still pretty quick. So he's going to attempt to grab the detonator.
Out of the guy, the the switch in the guy's hand, or are you gonna try to pull the thing off the putty explosive?
Oh, I'm trying to. I think I'm trying to get the switch.
Okay, so you're charging the dude holding the
Charging
switch.
the dude.
You knock the
Yeah.
remote out of his hand. I think that's
Yeah.
a better way of saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not trying to. I'm trying to snatch it.
Okay.
That's fine. That's fine. This is, of course, risky.
Yeah.
If you flub, he hits the button.
If I flub and he hits the button, we're both going out. So
Well, he'll have you shielding. Because he was backing up, so he's a little bit of distance away. Clearly not as far as he'd like to be. But
he's not. Yeah. I would like him to make that choice to make an uncomfortable risk with me. Is what's going on.
Make a choice now.
at least they have you as cover, though.
And not nearly enough cover for the amount of Semtex they have.
You can take ibuprofen together.
That is, however, a 17. Or if I'm using get somewhere quick, that would be 19.
This isn't really baseline. This isn't really traveling. This is
That's
more,
fine.
This is more attack.
That's fine.
Still, it's a success. So you dive on him. You know, y'all hit the ground. Y'all wrestle around a little bit, and you come up with the switch.
And I just roll back with it, and I have my enhancement suite on my hands. It's the way that you can with organics. The way I understand it is like your organic parts can like interface with electronics.
Okay.
If I'm wrong, please someone tell me. And I'll work. I probably can't do it this turn, but I'm gonna work on deactivating it.
Okay.
Pilot gear.
All right. Let's start off with Vika this round.
The guy that shot me is still alive, or shot at me.
The guy that shot at you is still up.
I'm gonna try.
He's
and
clearly
fix
been
that.
injured, but. And what did you say you were going to do?
I am going to try and fix that.
Okay. In what manner are you fixing?
The only way she knows how.
Bonking.
Aggressively punching things.
Fist to face.
Fist
That-
to face.
That is a success. You do 3 damage.
Mhm.
Massive brass knuckles.
Why does it say 12?
Because she's subtracting because she has
They're
Ah.
inaccurate.
Got
weapon.
you.
Yeah, because it's a heavy melee weapon, so it's inaccurate.
Okay, and I looked up that glove he's talking about.
Mhm.
Basically, you
It's
consider
more skid
like
grafts.
a cyber. It's essentially his hand is a USB port.
Yes.
Okay.
It lets him interface with different devices without actually needing like a cyberdecker. Actually, think of it kind of like a cyberdeck for Shadowrun. It's basically it allows him to interface with
Gotcha,
machines and not needing an actual computer.
But it's how we would picture that sort of thing today as opposed to how they would have pictured it in the 80s.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's way more gross in the shell than it used to be.
All right, but Vika knocks the snot out of this guy.
As she do.
As Vika is prone to do, yes.
He slams back against the wall. He slumps down, not quite unconscious, but he drops his gun and just kind of puts his hands up.
Smart. Kicks the gun away.
You know, he tells you, I surrender. I surrender.
Pulling out some way to secure him. Might even put him in a chair.
They're
Is there
very
another one
tacit
in
with
the
their
room, though?
tactics. I appreciate this.
I was asking if there was another in that room still, though.
Oh,
No.
he's
The other guy's
unconscious.
knocked unconscious.
Oh.
Yeah, she's knocked one out,
Clear.
made one surrender.
Yep.
Freddy, you just saw Cortez dive on the guy and pull the detonator away from him. What are you doing?
You would have also been like, cover me.
Freddy?
It's up to him what that
Oh.
means.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see.
So yeah, like I said, you just saw Cortez get the detonator away.
Get the detonator.
Yep.
Well, actually, as the other guy's on the ground, I basically run up, put the shotgun on him, and more or less recite the as per that accords that he was talking about last time. I basically repeat that to him, basically saying, "Please surrender, son."
He surrenders. He doesn't even have a gun drawn, and he's on his back, and you've got a shot. I surrender. He rattles off his
Please do not
name, his
hurt me.
rank, his serial number.
Please don't hurt me.
Because, he saw all of his guys run around the corner. And then suddenly you guys start running back around the corner. He doesn't figure it's going well for his guys.
Hopefully, yes.
Okay, that buys me. If I see him do that, that buys me enough time to be like, okay, I'm just gonna do this.
So if you're trying to basically disarm.
But there's still other people, I think.
Yeah.
Uh,
Or are all of the enemies down? No, I think there's still
there's still a guy in the
hallway.
hallway. There's
There's
still one guy in the
one
hallway.
spraying, praying because
Completely
he's blind.
unharmed, though somewhat blind. Tiana, what are you doing?
Gonna try and shoot.
You
see if
do
it-
one.
Roll that
let's see what
20
happens.
car.
Let's see what happens.
It's
rolling
risky.
20.
It's still risky
13.
because he's
I hit
spraying,
him.
spraying. All right, you hit
I
him.
think.
How much damage
you
do you
also
do?
damage.
You also still have a D6 in that too,
Do I?
because he's still.
Oh, yeah,
blind.
yeah.
Oh,
Because he's still
okay.
blind, yeah. So the most that would get you is a 19, so it wouldn't change
19.
anything.
Yeah, 18.
Yeah, 18.
Uh,
I don't get a +2 for any of my other stuff. So
all right, and looks like Eric's gone, so we'll skip Uriah for the second.
That room's
Melody.
clear anyway.
Go and take a shot.
All right. It's risky because the dude's still spraying, so
Yeah,
don't fail.
but
But
I
you also
still get
got
the
accuracy.
D6.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got the D6 of accuracy.
The D6 of accuracy.
da 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 da.
That is a
Okay,
22.
That's a
Jesus.
crit. You blew this guy away. 'Cause you
Combat
didn't-
over.
Jason's like, I'm tired of playing with you guys.
No, these are flunkies. They shouldn't be.
Yep.
So that is everybody. Combat is over. You have
Yep.
taken 2 prisoners. No, 3 prisoners. Excuse me.
3 total.
You had
One
2 guys
taken
surrender.
out.
One dude just got knocked the f out.
Okay, I'm back.
Prisoner by force.
Well, we have 4 total then.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You got the guy back from last session as well.
Hello. Kontrev will just disarm this thing. Now he has all the time in the world, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
Y'all alive in there?
And we announce that's Union Task Force.
Yell if you're dead.
That's not how that works.
You hear a voice on the side. Union?
Union.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
thank the gods. And they ask you for your they ask you for a
Yeah.
identification code.
The identification code. The
Yeah,
one that's
so-
about this long.
Also,
Yeah.
Actually, I found where that is. It isn't the massive code thing.
I made mine up anyway. I'm sticking with mine.
So like you're right. Oh, it changed.
Exactly. I made
But no,
mine
here's,
up.
here's the thing. I just pulled it up and it was something else before. Now it's NDLC Hunter C.
I'm just
Weird.
going with 8675309.
Of course you would.
But no, this is a code that kind of the secret code, so they know for sure that you're actually Union.
Yep.
And then once they check that, you start hearing the furniture that whatever they barricade the door with, you hear them start scooting that side.
So Uriah just retracts the arm blade, and then see pull up it's a big pistol. It's about yay long,
Mhm.
but he'll sort of flips it down, thumbs a switch as a cap in the back pops open and just heat starts venting out.
But the doors of the lab open.
Yes, absolutely copy that animation from Darktide.
You see 3. There's 3 3 League soldiers in there.
Yo,
And several people in lab coats.
I'll toss the first one the detonator. Just like, there you go.
Dude, you
He's an
gave
older
them a
guy.
bomb.
And he kind of catches it. He catches it and kind of fumbles it for a second, but he gets a
It's
hold of it.
disarmed.
He fumbles it as you rise. Hey, you just gave him a bomb.
It's disarmed. It's fine.
He goes and sits on the counter. That was uncalled for. We've had enough excitement for today.
Well, speaking of, what y'all doing in here?
Reinforced doors. It was one of the best places we could think of to barricade.
Oh, that's not what he meant.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Classified.
I'm classified. I'm not at liberty to discuss that.
I don't think.
just looking around, I'm going to try to make an investigate roll.
Tiana's
To
going
see
to walk
at
up
least-
and ask if anybody is hurt.
And in terms of investigate, while we're all there talking, I'm just kind of looking around, essentially looking at the machinery or at least some of the equipment they have in here. At least get an idea about what they're working on.
Tiana, there are visibly a couple of wounded guys over on one side, and as soon as you say that, two of the younger guys in lab coats, so probably not the head researchers, probably just lab techs or whatever. They lead you over to the wounded guys and start explaining what was wrong with them.
Okay. She's going to
Basically, they've been shot.
Yeah. She's going to assist.
Okay.
I got some spare patches if you need it, bunny lady.
She gives you a thumb up.
Freddy, as you start looking around, you see some of the soldiers kind of start like they're kind of trying to make block your view a little bit. But go ahead and give me a roll.
I don't think they're very good.
And would my mechanics background or anything like that apply to this? Well, I get a +2 because of investigation in this regard. So
Yeah, and you can only use one tag anyway, so.
yeah. Did it not? That was a D6. Hang on. Somehow it's still double what it was.
Well, you doubled, so you rolled a D20 and doubled what you rolled in a D6.
Well, so that'd be a 10. Because of the +2.
That's a success then. This is some kind of just what a lot of the equipment you don't really recognize what it is. It's not something dealing with your expertise. But you're pretty sure this is some kind of medical lab, bio lab, something like that. You're seeing things that look like that. Something you'd put tissue samples in. Nothing. They're not working on machines in here.
This is bioorganic.
Yeah, this place is gonna go Resident Evil. I just know it.
Let's say,
Smith Shimano? What?
you say that with two Smith Shimano brats in the hall.
The guy that appears to be the head researcher, or at least the oldest, highest rank, the one you tossed the detonator to. Perhaps we could carry this conversation outside, outside of the restricted area.
And by the way, how many wounded do you have? Because 1, we have prisoners, and 2, we do have a captured APC up top.
Oh, excellent. Well, we've got the 2 here. I don't know how many they had in the infirmary.
And this is me, Patrick, going. I can't remember how many they had in the refirmary. What was it like?
I can't remember if I don't remember if they named off it or not.
They didn't mention.
We didn't. Yeah, so
Yeah,
we don't
okay.
know how many there are.
Does this seem to be like Does this seem to be like all the force that's in here, or and he'll Cordell will ask, are there more of these people here, or was that everyone?
We didn't get an exact. One of the soldiers we didn't get an exact count. But and if you tell him about the ones if you tell him about all of them you took out, he's like, that should be close to all of them.
Okay.
Does that include the pilots?
One of them ran off.
However,
Bastard.
I hate to point this out, considering we got mechs that can act on their own, do you think they got a mech that could work on their own? Because we
Lots
saw
are
the other
destroyed.
one run off, run in here, and then that one ran out.
No.
Well, of the force we engaged, only one escaped.
That person was more than likely brought down whatever contingent they may have had in their machine. Thus, the people that are here.
I don't think hardly any of us have machines capable of operating on their own.
You can
Tiana
actually just-
Freddy's can.
Mine can.
Mine can to a limited degree.
Yeah,
Mine
We
still
all
doing
have
circles.
we all have servant NHPs. We can at least tell them, defend this point, and they'll do it.
yeah. Or in the one, the reason I'm thinking this is, you can tell it to run this direction.
Speaking of, am I able to like get a clip out to grid space from where I am?
No, the lab seems to be shielded. Or I should say the facility once you get underground. Well, no, I take that lie back. You have tapped into the facility's communication system.
Yes.
That allows you to get a communication outside, yes.
I'll clip to grid space and just like get a status report.
6 more frames have shown up. But they're
Ours?
friendlies. It's Charlie
Okay,
Wallace.
Thank God.
Okay.
I was about to go like this and it's like, okay.
It's Charlie Wallace's squad. They've shown up.
Okay.
Hmm.
You were mentioning.
We
Charlie
all
Wallace,
have
not
visibly
Charlie
had
Wallace.
our heart drop.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, when you're like 6, I'm like, what? Like, let's
Just
not.
cut-
It's
Smash
gonna be
cut to above
Okay,
ground.
I know we discussed having to rodeo mechs, but let's not have to do that now.
it'll be interesting for Uri to get to his mech in that case because it's in the river.
Hope he can hold his breath.
And
Good.
thinking.
Well,
it's,
he does have a rebreather.
Korev. I'm gonna I hate to tell you this. I'm gonna constantly mispronounce your name.
You're not the only person here who's ever done that to any of my game names. You're fine.
My character's
Alright.
calling you KT, and there's nothing you can do about it.
I honestly, this might call. Honestly, I'm probably just gonna call you Core from this time on.
That's fine.
That way,
And,
when you do something
basically,
tough, he
one
can call
of
you
the-
hardcore. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes.
And basically bring over one of the enemy's comms, because I know he has that basically hacking ability.
Uh-huh.
If you, even though you can't speak their language.
No,
See
y'all
if
can
you
y'all can
rest-
speak the
I
two
can speak
major
their
languages.
language.
Oh yeah, the two make. That's right, we can.
We went to classes for
Tap
this.
into now that we have some of their comms. Can you tap into the enemy's comms?
Fuck around and find out. And grab
Alright,
the
give me a roll.
I do also have hack or fix, but
crit.
he's got the stuff.
Well, no, never mind. Just crit.
No, never mind.
I rolled a.
Oh,
I rolled a
I was
19
gonna
plus
say you have an accuracy if Patrick helps, but never mind.
2. Okay.
We're gonna be paying for this later. I know this. This has been a lot of crits.
Okay, so yes, you
7 total.
you get through the little security protocols on the thing, and it's like you can't use this to like hack their comms in other places.
Sure.
But you can communicate with them, and you will pick up their signals. You've got, because this thing would automatically be unencrypting, their encrypted channels.
It's got an IFF. Got it.
You are not currently picking up anything.
That's what I wanted to check.
Nothing yet. And he'll put it somewhere where he can continue to hear it, like as it goes off.
That's right. Oh, you can also tell they are not hacked into the basis system.
Okay, that is also
Where y'all hacked your way in and have access to that, they did not.
Mhm.
So they couldn't get a signal. Probably could not get a signal out to the surface.
Which is also
This-
probably why they didn't know we were coming.
feels almost like a suicide mission.
Well, not really. If y'all had shown up, 15 minutes later, they'd have probably been hauling scientists up to the surface.
Yeah, well.
Now they had pretty well won the conflict here, and then y'all showed up like reinforcements.
You do have to realize, if Jason's running them, every mission is a suicide mission.
And Cortav will look around and say, "Well, Gridspace said that the others are our reinforcements have arrived, so you all are we can get you all out of here."
Excellent, excellent. And the whole time, the guy, the old guy in the lab coat, he introduces himself as Professor Alexius. He's ushered y'all out in the hallway and has basically locked the door.
Yeah. Oh, what about Tiana? She's helping the injured inside.
Some of the soldiers help carry those guys out.
Okay. Okay.
Is that
Tiana,
Alexius or Elexius?
Alexius.
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 Alexius. I had it right the first time. Okay.
Tiana does mention that we should probably let the infirmary know that we got those in the lab.
I'll do that real quick. Infirmary, this is Cortav of the Union contingent.
Yes.
You guys are clear to go.
All right, we are unbarricading the door.
How much wounded do you have? We have a doctor.
Oh, well, we have 4. We had 5, but he didn't make it.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So you swing by the infirmary.
Grab everyone.
It's all soldiers in there. Well, soldiers and like the utility people. The blanking on what you call the support staff. Support staff.
Okay.
You know, like the guys that clean the floor and keep everything up and running. The cooks.
The custodians.
Yes, the custodians. The like I said, the cooks. That kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get on just our comms that we have for just the group. I'm gonna lag a little behind, but not too far behind so as to arouse suspicion.
Okay.
And I'll just talk to our group, and I'll be like, "So, which one of us?"
Just you guys, or you guys and Charlie Wayne?
Just us.
Okay.
So, who wants to have a chat with Alexius?
Well, just looking around that lab, this is definitely a biotech facility.
I thought I got away with that.
Okay.
Pap, pap, pap.
Pat, pat, pat.
And then we just continue forward.
Okay. So some of like the wounded that were in the lab are walking. They're walking wounded. You know, they're hurt, but they can shuffle along.
Okay.
Someone's gonna need a gurney in the
Several of the guys in the infirmary are on stretchers.
Okay.
Or gurneys, what do you call it?
She's still gonna check the ones that are walking just to make sure the wounds aren't.
Yeah. Well, those were the ones you were patching up in the lab. So, yeah, you have done a little bit better job than the baseline first aid that the soldiers did. Now, in the infirmary, you had some of their actual medical staff there, so those guys are pretty well taken care of as much as you're going to.
Yeah. Just in the
facility.
field.
Yeah. So you get them to the surface, no problem. It's a little cramped, but everybody manages to fit into the APC. Like I said, it's a pretty standard model that both sides use. So one of the soldiers, is licensed to drive, that sort of thing.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Is the APC small enough to where Vika could use her mech to kind of like walk over it?
It would probably count as size 2.
Okay.
So probably not.
It's a big APC.
Yeah.
Very big APC.
Well, you got to keep in mind, size 1 mechs aren't big at all.
Yeah, but
so
but
size 2 isn't like huge.
You say that now, but like given the size of the grids, it is big right now.
Mm-hmm.
With the connection I have to the communications of this base, does that allow me for any other connections?
No, you can just
even if I have to roll for it.
You can see, you're tapped into their communication equipment, so you can send a communication wherever.
Well, it's more It's more, do I have the ability to, like, from the communications, get into, like, a computer in that suspicious laboratory, for example?
No, the comm systems are set up separately from their regular computer systems.
Gotcha. That's what I was looking for.
Once y'all get to the surface, who would be standing closest to Alexis?
Cortov, probably.
Do what now?
Cortov, probably.
All right, give me a roll to see if you can notice something.
15.
What had happened here?
You notice him reach into his pocket.
Mhm.
And a second later, all of you feel a little tremble in the ground.
Son of a bitch.
And
And then he just walks up to, if you don't say nothing, he just
Yeah.
walks up and gets in the APC.
Through our comms, I talked to Core.
Mhm.
Do you still have access to to any of the comms, to these systems down below?
I don't think they exist anymore, buddy.
As of that rumble, no.
That's what I was checking.
We didn't get the guys out of any of the locations, did we?
Yeah, no, I'm going to say y'all cleared everybody out on your way out. I'm going to say y'all
Yeah.
cleared.
All the,
They're
Don't
not
do
hostages-
that.
assholes.
All the
And-
hostages.
Including the guy from the closet.
Yes.
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 We just
Okay.
took the closet.
Uriah wanted his clamps back.
Yeah,
Fair enough, fair enough.
yeah, he did. He likes those mag clamps.
There's a very loud eye roll from Cortov as the guy
Give him
walks
the
into the
clamps.
APC.
The clamps!
And then he just goes into grid space again.
Vika, that's some SSC bullshit right there.
Yeah.
Corruption in a game on Dire Bear? No.
Run by Jason?
No.
No!
No.
I, for one,
We-
am happy that it exists.
I know what we need. I know what we need to run next year. Necessary Evil.
Oh no.
That'll
you-
be the only game on the list for next year.
No.
Any of y'all familiar with it?
Underline 3 times.
No, but-
I'm not.
I am,
No.
because we already
Oh
played
yeah,
that
me and Patrick have
campaign.
played it before.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a super villain game. The heroes all died in an alien invasion. Now only the villains can fight the aliens.
Actually,
Yeah, essentially, the governments that are still around, Dr. Doom essentially came up to them and says, let's talk.
It's Savage Worlds based. But anyway, getting off topic. I'm just thinking of something where you can have backbiting because I had multiple players plotting against each other. Patrick does not know how close he came to getting assassinated.
No, trick is though, however, I was a duplicator, so that plays into it. Daddy was actually very bad at hiding it.
Oh well, yeah, that's kind of him. Anyway,
Yeah.
so y'all, you get to the surface, you make your way to the extraction zone. You have to leave the APC behind, but there's plenty of room for the to get all the people you're
Max.
retrieving.
But my truck.
No.
But my truck.
Where would you put it? There's no room in the bunk for it.
Well, we can take it back to base.
Charlie Wayne just pats you on the shoulder. It's okay. It would have been nice. You could put some hydraulics on it.
I know.
I
Put
mean,
some
gotta put
RGB
the-
on
it's
the
a hovering
undercarriage.
vehicle, but
Put some RGB under the undercarriage.
Gamer lights on it. Somehow it has rims.
And then with a flick of a button, it becomes an armory. You're right. This was an APC. Correct. It was.
It was boring.
I think Cortov tries to get this group together.
okay. There's not a ton of room, but
As-
y'all can get to.
Well, as we're being transported.
Yeah, you can sit down somewhere, kind of huddle up.
So that was bullshit, right?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Oh,
bullshit.
100%.
But
Yeah.
Bullshit. Bullshit. We'd be used to though.
Well, y'all are rookies, so I don't know how used to you are as far
I
as
don't think we're used to it.
Vika and Uriah, both from
I mean-
SSC.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, fair enough.
So
Yeah.
I mean, technically, Melody and Duba's character
yes.
were part of another group.
No, that's fair.
They're just like, whatever. I'm
Yeah,
only here
it's-
for temporary.
Yeah,
I'm here for a
the-
good time, not a long time.
what was the what was SSC's official like byline? We don't sell people, we sell potential.
They have to
It's
make that
SSC.
distinction.
yeah, they
It's
do.
SSC.
Eugenics and Gucci.
Or really just Gucci eugenics.
Fair point.
It's eugenics, but it has a Supreme logo on the bottom.
it's
Just
it's eugenics, but the DNA sequencing has Supreme. I just wrapped around it.
Oh my
The
god.
I hate all of this.
All right. So anyway, you get your crew over by themselves.
Somehow it's
y'all all agree that it's
still
bullshit.
Balenciaga.
So
Tiana's just like holding the rabbit that was at her side. She's holding it like this, so its ears are flopped up like that.
Uriah may
That's-
or may not be pouting.
we'll get another APC at some point.
But we captured that one.
It's just let it go.
No,
And I-
was that enemy APC? Did we establish?
Yes,
that?
it was an enemy
Yes, it was
APC.
Oh, I don't want.
It was what their
I don't wanna
troops
match
rode
in
up
our-
in.
Yeah.
wanna match
But
in
it's
our
it's
APC.
it's a fairly baseline model. Both sides use that model.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Jeep.
You can really only tell the difference by what pattern of camo they put on it.
I think if one of us can like press the good professor, Vika, you're large
I
and
mean-
imposing.
I could physically press him, but I'm not good at talking to people. I'm just making this clear.
I mean, I talk too much. Usually. Sometimes. If you want me to annoy
have a
somebody to death, I
face.
can do that.
He just looks up. He looks up in the sky. Am I the face again?
You have a face, yes.
Depending on the guy's background, he may talk to. Nods to Uriah.
Or I might actually just try to go up and talk to him because me and Uriah has the same background.
And while y'all are having this discussion, Charlie Wayne's over on the other side, very loudly talking about the fight him and his crew got into to the recovered soldiers.
I think to cover the fact that we're talking about the outright corruption that we've just discovered from the with the union. I think Cortez will
Well,
go over and do a little
not-
braggarting himself.
Was this Union or was this?
This was not Union.
This is what the league.
Oh, this was league corruption. Sure.
Yeah, this is
You know,
essentially the guys we came in for as reinforcements, largely because by all accounts, even though the other side is like keep going up the Concords, apparently as you described, as per recently, it seems they just started it's gone into more cleansing in some places.
Eh.
Yeah, but our unions are supporting this, so I don't know how much I want to tell them. Anyway,
I mean,
Well,
black sites aren't anything new.
Yeah.
all right. So y'all have an hour or two flight back. I forget how long I said the flight was. But are you going to try to get Alexis alone to talk to him?
I think so. I think he's too curious for his own good.
All right. So is Cortev talking to him alone, or is it's going to be a group of y'all?
He's
Oh.
too chaotic good.
I will be with Cortev as well, because
As they're doing that, Tiana's just checking on those
Are
that
you-
are badly wounded.
Okay.
Just making sure that they're taking the
one.
flight okay.
All right,
and,
give me a roll, because somebody had
Yeah.
flubbed a roll helping that guy that y'all found on the surface.
That was me.
Yeah.
Up again. No, roll 20, car. You got this. I believe in you.
Yeah.
Well, I get +2 because of patch. So
Mhm.
Roll a
20.
20.
There it is.
There's
Yeah,
a 20.
let's roll a
You join the rest of
20.
us.
It's not that hard. Just roll a 20.
Just roll a 20 card.
She's doing what she was like trained to do. So
Yep.
Roll 20s. That's what she
So,
was trained to
You
do.
managed to
right?
get him awake. He's clearly suffering badly from a concussion, but you've gotten him awake, and you've got the other folks around. Everybody's keeping an eye on, make sure he doesn't fall back to sleep or anything.
Okay.
Professor Alexius thanks you, for the help and the preserving his people.
Hey,
You can tell from the way he's talking, he was actually in charge of the facility. Or at least he's in charge of the scientists at the facility.
hey, Vika.
Mm.
Am I trusted to actually do anything here? Do y'all just need me out of the way?
I'm the wrong person to be asking that. You realize this, right, bro?
Fair point. Hey, fancy man.
Oh,
Everybody in
jeez.
the room kind of looks over at you like, who the crap are you talking to?
It's me because I need to scroll back to the list to see who's who.
Professor
This
Alexius is like,
will-
do you mean me?
No. Freddy.
Oh, out of y'all's group.
Sure.
Gotcha.
Am I actually getting to do anything, or am I just getting out of the way? Also, why do I hear some like eldritch nail clippers?
Yeah, I tried putting that in the
He's fidgeting.
Oh,
aha.
sorry,
fair enough.
I didn't realize you guys could hear it.
I was just hearing
Oh.
nail clippers out of the
Yeah.
ether. Like, what is
No,
this?
no, sorry.
Yeah,
It's
and
a physics thing. So
Okay, and
Makes sense.
I hate to tell you this, Tasha. When I was hearing that, and you were just kind of leaning over, I was just like, does okay?
oh, you thought okay, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'll put that away.
Ready.
All right. Yes, sir.
Ready. Should I just stay out of the way?
Of discussing what happened in that facility, I can keep you in comms, but what's a good way of putting this? Your social ineptitude may be detrimental.
Jesus.
This earns
How can I put this as bluntly as possible?
this earns a look over of like, you want to go, mate?
Well, and he proceeds to like walk up the wall with the mag clamps onto the ceiling and proceeds to make a hammock on the ceiling.
I'm gonna go up here and pout.
To which he literally like clamps the mag clamps to the ceiling, like ties a bunch of rope to it, and then just like proceeds to, this is my hammock now up here.
He's in his pout dome.
I'm gonna be in my angry dome.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, could have
And
like
I actually asked Davika, is like, just a quick question: has he always been like this?
Quiet for a couple seconds.
onto the kettle.
Yeah, nothing you need to worry about.
No.
I'm sorry, you need to be at least, level 3 or 4 of friendship to unlock that part of our backstories.
We just met you. Like, what is your deal?
Yeah.
We just met you. Have you had a traumatic past? You seem like you have a traumatic past.
Cortev is like having this conversation, like jabbing with the rest of his allies, but he's watching the professor as he like tries to.
The professor seems to be
Alright.
checking on his people.
And
He does seem to be very concerned about everybody.
and Core, we may need your assistance because this might be essentially as he's checking on people. We might be able to use you essentially. How's everybody doing? Being you're the medic of the group.
I'm not the medic of the group.
No. Tiana is
Tiana.
the
Tiana. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm going by your title name here. I apologize.
It's all good.
Ah.
Tiana, okay.
Or rabbit. Or
All right.
tie.
So who is approaching Alexius?
I will.
All right. So Freddy, Cortev, and y'all are taking Tiana with you.
I think we're taking Tiana as like the way to like be like, okay, the medic has to be here now. Let's go.
Vika's leaned back against the wall, eyes closed, head back, but she's definitely like trying to listen into what's going on.
No, I have the comms are open so you guys can hear.
We're just trying to get a little sidebar. We'll go over and be like, Professor, can we borrow you for a few seconds?
Oh, certainly.
Tiana needs to work over here anyway.
Oh well, let me get out of her way.
And she
and
just starts checking on people while they carry him away. Or
Yep.
not carry him, but carry him away.
you'll-
Come on!
So I couldn't help but notice there was a little device in your hand, not unlike the one I tossed you.
And
Well, yes, we were abandoning the facility. I was supposed to make certain that no one, that if the enemy sent people in, they wouldn't be able to get anything from the facility.
Is this league business or is this union?
I don't work for the union.
I know you don't work for the union. That's why I'm asking.
yeah, we're me and
I
the
work for
union,
the League military.
and this is just us being. Now that we're allies in this conflict, when things like this happen, we do get concerned.
If you do it
Because-
to one base, I'll do it to another base.
Well, it's not like it's not like I triggered the device while anyone was in there.
And thank you for that.
It does seem
I'm
that-
loyal to the League. I'm not suicidal or homicidal.
it does kind of deflate when, I literally stopped them from blowing the facility and you just did it anyway.
Well, but the people were out.
Well, you didn't stop.
What was
blowing the
important was out.
facility.
I guess I'm just curious to the nature that was so secretive that you had to
Well,
do that, and I'm asking as a political ally, not necessarily as a.
I understand that, and while I appreciate what you've done for us, the nature of my work is classified, and I'm sure someone in the union has the has the clearance, but I don't know that you would.
I will attempt to pull rank to lie about it, using whatever using my. Cortev's better at this than Jeremy is right now.
Okay.
yeah.
Full rank.
So you're going to try to bluff him that you've got some kind of
Yes.
high level clearance.
Yes, that I have clearance. That I,
So that's going to be heroic. You need a 20 or higher.
Okay.
For a baseline
And
level.
just-
roll 20.
Just roll a
And,
20.
Consequences.
20, Deck.
Consequences. If you do not succeed.
Okay.
Yeah,
They'll
he's going to
probably-
climb up and he really ain't going to talk to you for the rest of the trip.
Okay, that's fine.
And will he get it? Will he get advantage? I can't.
Accuracy.
No, it's accuracy. Accuracy in this system. Since I'm more or less
Assisting him.
yes.
Yeah, sure.
Nope, he climbs up. That's fine.
Yeah, he's like, be that as it may,
Oh, so
but
control?
basically, well, if you have that clearance, I am sure when
17 total.
I'm sure when they debrief you,
Oh, it's 17,
let me
and
get
that's
back.
with the D6 already
That's
added
with
in.
the D6 and a +2, so no, it's fine.
Gotcha. Okay. So he flubbed it, but he's still not 100% buying it. It's one of
Yeah,
those
yeah.
things. Gotcha.
No, this was
The
DC was
professor
720.
clearly does not believe him, but he's like, if you've got that clearance, I'm sure they will cover it in whatever debriefing they give you when you get back to your,
Yeah.
your facility.
I was hoping
All
to
right.
have it.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go check on my people.
Understood, sir.
While they're having that conversation, Charlie Wayne Watts walks over to Vika and Uriah. Well, I'll take that back. Uriah's up in the air.
Vika and like 5 feet
Bonks his
or
head
10
of-
feet up from Uriah.
What?
You know, he has finished his grandiose retelling of
His battle.
his battle. It almost sounds like the rest of his squad were just there as cheerleaders, the way he tells it anyway. None of the squad seemed to be paying the least bit of attention to him as he was going on and on. But anyway, he comes up to you, Vika, leans up against the wall next to you. So what happened on the farm? And he's like, quiet enough that, other people aren't here. So what happened on the farm? You guys look like you ate a bunch of sour lemons. When, we completed the mission, I would expect you to be a little more, yay.
And
Shenanigans.
Do me and Core...
This conversation is happening while y'all are
at
having
the same
y'all's.
time.
Okay,
So we're
sound
not
tap.
there.
Okay. All right.
See, Uriah from the ceiling. Shenanigans.
Anything we might need to know? Everybody might need to know about?
Nods over to the guy, Captain Fancy Pants, or Professor Fancy Pants, I guess. Dr. Fancy Pants, Mr. Fancy Pants himself blew up the
Fanciest.
base.
Anyone can. Mr. Fancy Pants can.
Yeah, the base was a little extreme for a farm.
Yeah.
Let me guess, they were not doing relief work out of that farm.
I would guess not, considering did the building look more advanced than the...
Yeah, I also shared with everyone that it appeared to be a biotech lab.
Okay.
Well, given the nature of the building that went kablooey, a great deal more advanced than the rest of the farm, as well as what looked potentially to be biotech work of some degree. Eugenics, augmentation.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good word for it. Shenanigans.
All right, well, be sure to put that. I guess we need to be sure to put that in the report. Well, I guess y'all need to put it in y'all's report. I didn't see it. I just saw the one odd building on the farm.
That is now a crater.
Well,
it'll
be a
it wasn't a
sinkhole at
huge
some point.
explosion. Nothing
An
caved
implosion,
in.
not an explosion.
Yeah, the building on the surface looks fine.
Man, I could have used my one thermite bomb and no one would have said anything.
Yeah, no.
Did you guys happen to catch that one Lancer that got away from us?
No, they never saw Hyde or Harvey. They were coming in from the wrong direction.
Oh no!
They got into a scrap, and they picked up a few stragglers that had scattered.
We heard a lot. You talk very loud.
Yeah.
A big guy. Big guys talk loud.
Vika, almost as tall, or pretty much as tall as him. Sure, bro.
Actually taller than him, I think.
She got him by an inch. I literally based his height off a buddy of mine at work.
Either way, mission's done. We all got out of it with all of our limbs.
Yeah.
The ones that people still had.
So eventually you make it back to base. After your talk with Charlie Wayne, he makes his way over to his guys, and from the looks of it, probably fills them in. Because you see him go over and talk, and then you see some head shaking.
Tiana's keeping the head doctor like up to date with how his people are doing. On
Now,
the
if y'all get back to y'all's base,
Mhm.
what did I name that base?
Well, it's,
Hang on.
Steve.
I have it in my notes.
Oh, well, I'll find it.
If you in fact named it.
So when y'all get that there,
bring it back to the Union Dome.
you land. There's a whole medical team there that comes in and carts away all the wounded. You are basically ordered to report to Commander Jellicoe as soon as you get your frames stashed away. There's a whole procedure of unloading this thing and the stuff you're supposed to do.
I think one of the last things I try to get the group to say while we're here and getting our mechs docked. It's like, do we have a group name we want to go by? It's
Are we a
sudden,
group?
but like apparently
We're a squad,
you
definitely.
sure? I mean, that whole shindig gets kind of screamed, hey, y'all be the folks that are here. We can just shove in this direction because we need you now.
Yeah, we can workshop some stuff later.
it's not a great group name. I'll admit.
Well, considering the amount of engineers we have in the group, the workshop sounds like a good idea.
And I mean, I was just dropped in on you guys, so.
Yeah.
How about we survive the debriefing?
Resident Vent Gremlin. At which point picks up said Vent Gremlin onto shoulders and then walking down the hall.
Put her down.
Okay. She doesn't seem like rattled by it. She's just kind of like sudden.
This is my life now.
And I turn to Savika. I see what you mean.
All right, so y'all reported Jellicoe's office.
Yep.
So
You and the
Tiana actually hops down. Still there.
She's still there. She doesn't mind. She just was like,
Trained professionals.
Yeah, so y'all get in there. Jellicoe asks you to take a seat.
Put her down.
And yeah, he just kind of hard stares Uriah and Tiana until she gets down and into a chair.
Oh no! Like before they even get in the door, she's off.
Okay, fair enough.
That's true. You've had experience with Jellicoe. You know he is a bit of a stickler.
Yeah.
And she'd probably doink her head on the top of the door if she didn't get off his shoulders.
Yeah.
The only reason why she was in the vent was because she was like, "Don't go to practice. We need you here."
So y'all sit down. Well, congratulations. You did a wonderful job.
Thank you, sir.
All the VIPs that we were concerned about are back. All the soldiers and workers you brought back, bonus. And he compliments, Charlie Wayne's group. I want your full reports by 1200 tomorrow.
Got it.
Let's see.
Anything else?
Oh,
Uriah just kind of spins in the chair a little bit.
Grabs
I'm
the
sorry,
back
am
of the
I
chair,
boring you?
stops it.
Oh, no, sir.
No, just mentally already writing that report. I don't like sitting still, you know this.
He looks over and apparently pulling up your file. Oh, yes, the attention issues.
Untreated ADHD. Underlooking 3 times.
That, and I am currently trying to figure out what kind of biotech they were working on.
Jellicoe's like, all right. Clearly, there's some stuff I need to know about before you file your reports. He looks over at Vika. What is your brother talking about?
I don't know a lot about I don't know a lot about biotech in the information sense, and I didn't get that good of a look at the place, but they were doing something.
Did any of you get a look?
And I will.
Keanu was focused on patience. So.
And I will actually.
As your
Freddy
eye is,
will raise his hand.
as your eye is spinning, finger points to
actually,
Freddy
well-
as it goes around. Points goes around.
Jellicoe looks for you.
During the rescue operation, we actually prevented them breaching the lab. Once inside the lab, I noticed everything in that room. It's whatever they were working on. It's definitely biotech in nature. And I actually identify some of the machines and like sample sets that I saw.
So it was a lab, not a farm.
Correct.
Well, it had a farm on top as a cover, probably.
Yeah.
I see.
Were they bioengineering anything like
And it
cattle? Do
was-
we know?
In all fairness, though, that facility was. As we approached, the buildings around it were obviously old, but the lab itself, it's almost like they just did a very bad job of hiding it. Because the primary building where the lab was located was obviously different from everything else.
I see. And he looks like this is all new information.
And was is an operative word. They kind of
Because-
blew it up.
Yes,
They're hiding
the
something.
They, as in...
Professor Alexis, the head researcher.
Was there anyone
League
left in the
fast.
lab when he did this?
We were out of the lab and on the way home.
Everyone was on the surface.
Oh.
Upon asking him about that, he claimed to ensure security, he demolished the facility.
Okay. Well, that may very well be true. Though we're going to have words with the League about honesty.
This is like the top brass that's here for the Union, right?
Correct.
Well, no,
According
Commander
No.
Jellicoe is in charge of the base.
Okay.
He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
well, I
he's-
take that back. He's like second in command of the Union forces, period.
Okay.
So he's pretty high up, yeah.
He's our direct superior, but there's someone above him.
Sure, but
Essentially.
as far as like what we have in front of us.
Yeah.
Okay. If that seems like news to him, then Cortal will open up a little more about it, and we tried to ask him a little bit about it. He seemed to claim that somebody would have had clearance in the Union.
Well, if he's just the head researcher, he probably wouldn't know who had clearance and who didn't. I would have thought I would have been informed of this. I'll check with
And
the
yet-
general and see if she knows anything. More than likely, they just kept this to themselves. And like I said, we'll have to have a little talk about trust and respect.
That's a
Also,
point of
because-
order. That was pretty heavily fortified, too. They had retreated into the labs basically because the doors were thick enough to withstand arms fire that would require a breaching charge to get through. Several, I think.
But having
Yeah,
reinforced
but-
labs is not that unusual,
They
depending on what
had
they're working
it.
on.
They had it shielded from comms as well.
Secret facility, also not that unusual.
Yeah,
Black
because I actually pointed out, even some of our best tech now, even underground, you're still not getting out. There's really no way of beating rock.
Rock always wins.
There's some IPSN folks that would disagree.
So Jellicoe does not seem overly alarmed that there was a base, only that he was not told there was a base.
Yep.
Not thrilled about it being a biotech thing.
My concern is that they're doing something that would reflect bad on us,
And
Yeah.
if anything.
yeah,
Yeah,
'cause-
if they were working on some sort of bioweapon, which, if it's military run, then they
And,
probably weren't trying to find ways to bring bigger cows.
and this is Patrick out of character right here, just because you have to remember that the Union is primarily, at least as the current state of it, not the predecessor, they're more Star Trek Federation.
They're a little bit closer to that, yeah, especially when you get to the core worlds.
Yeah.
Then you got the Megacorps.
Yes.
Yeah. There's plenty of secret nastiness, but generally,
Yeah,
generally speaking, Union is not. The
Yeah,
current
because I want to
Union is not
say
too bad off.
both the Union and Henderson Armory are both in agreement.
Harrison
We're
Armory.
going to go to war together eventually, but for now.
Yeah.
But anyway, he'll want the full details in your report. And for the 5 of you, and he gestures to Tiana, Cortez, Uriah, Vika, and Freddy. We're putting you together as a unit. You clearly work together fine. Melody and Audrey, we've been using them as plug-in reinforcements to flesh out units when they need a little extra help. So they'll continue in that role.
The workshop it is.
You may come up with your own unit name.
I think we did that on the way here.
You can take it after.
Kind of anticipated this.
Because the one that I kind of came up workshop, considering what we have works, it's easier. Like I said, I came up with I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this right. Ungvor Tishi Esquadron, which basically means Glorious Gear Squadron in Uzbek. So, if we're gonna be weird, but honestly, the workshop works better.
Rolls
At
off the
least for
tongue.
this group. Yeah.
Well, there's a bunch of gearheads, so we're the workshop.
It's fine with it. You did appreciate his earlier.
Rashid's hand up. Question.
Yes, Uriah.
What is current base policy on experimental mechanics?
Don't blow up the base.
I'm not going to blow up the base.
I'm saying that's the procedure.
Or harm anyone in the process.
Only one harm might be me.
Well, that's not get with the head engineer. The base's the base's head of engineering.
Yeah, but I think we met the guy originally. I just can't remember his name.
Hang on.
Ishmael.
Ishmael, yeah.
Mechanic.
Go over with him whatever it is you're trying to do, and follow his instructions. If he tells you can't do it, you can't do it. If he gives you a list of safety precautions you have to follow, then you have to follow those. If you do something that blows up a building, you will be answering to me. Let me be clear there.
I mean, I shouldn't be blowing up buildings.
Yeah, but he knows how some of you engineering types get when you're experimenting.
That's fair.
I mean, hey, you're the one that bought us. Well, the Union did. But...
He does not respond to that. But he basically looks at the rest of you. If there's nothing else, and he pauses for a second to see if there's anybody else wants to bring anything up.
Nope.
No, sir.
Dismissed. I look
Spins
forward
around
to your
the
full
chair.
reports.
And also, Jason, what was his name again? It was Commander
Jellicoe.
Jellicoe.
I'll say it's like literally as he says dismissed, Uriah spins around on the chair, up, out the door.
Is that with a G or a J?
With a J.
Alright. Oh,
I was kind of also translating notes for us going on too, so.
I have a Google Doc going.
So y'all and Charlie Wayne's squad, who now I think about it, I gotta come up with a name for them.
Loudmouth.
They wouldn't call themselves a loudmouth.
Most of
Everyone
his
else
squad,
would.
hey, most of that squad is pretty quiet. At least
That's
comparatively
what I'm saying.
speaking.
They wouldn't call
The
themselves a
ruckus.
loudmouth. Other people
The
would.
ruckus.
Ruckus Squad. There you go.
Wow.
Mission 1, Rescue on the Farm / Secret Lab.
So yeah, y'all are all filing out. Charlie Wayne tells you he's he doesn't envy y'all's reports. You got so much more information to put in there. He can basically just write his and brag. So yeah.
I can
Humbly.
brag too.
He will humbly brag.
No, I don't think he's gonna humbly brag.
No.
There's no humble to that. Honestly, I
Look,
respect him for
when
it.
you accomplish things, you have to let the brass know you accomplished them. Squeaky wheel gets the grease.
That's not how that's saying. Okay.
Maybe not where you're from.
Yeah. Wheels don't squeak.
You take care of the damn wheels. Why are they squeaking to begin with?
If they squeak, they were made wrong.
You're
Which
talking to a bunch of
remachine
engineers.
those?
This was a doomed conversation from the start.
You need to get the engineers on that, do some research, figure out a better wheel.
I just
Exactly.
I take him and start walking with him.
You need to
as the twins are off.
You need to handcraft that wheel and a specialized artisan. You're gone. Okay.
Yep.
The really pale chick that's on his team, she's not laughing out loud, but you can see she's kind of. Y'all had this whole conversation.
She gets it.
Yeah.
And then before y'all split ways completely, she's like, "Well, it was very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I'm sure we'll be working together again at some point."
Yeah.
And I actually asked her, does your squad have a name or like unit to?
Please save us from becoming something mechanic related. Please, I'm begging you.
Shoot, I'm trying to remember.
If you have nothing better, that's what it's gonna be.
I'm researching my options.
Well, the shorten it down right. The one that I had was just the Gear Squadron.
Sounds like we should be like a kids dodgeball team.
Where did I put the name of all these pilots? Oh, I had their names. Oh, that's the wrong campaign anyway. Well, she'll introduce herself, but oh wait. They're in ComCom somewhere, but I'm not. Pilot roster, that's what I needed.
Was she the one that was in Flamingo?
Yes,
Okay.
I think. Hang on, maybe not. Hellstorm was her.
Okay.
Her.
There we go.
No, she would not
think
be Leslie. Hellstorm was her.
Call sign.
Call sign.
Yeah, I think Flamingo was a guy. So it was someone. It
Yeah.
was a guy that was very excited about being the last one that lived.
Yeah, that's right.
Being
Yeah,
the only
that's
one that
right.
lived.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Esther Korvac.
Esther Korvac.
And like I said, she is like almost piece of paper white. She's
So-
extremely pale.
So she's probably largely grew up on space stations, or she's cosmopolitan.
More than likely. Like I said, she just introduced herself. You don't get into it.
Mm.
You're not that level of friend yet where she gives you her tragic backstory.
Yeah.
Gotta be at least level 5 or 6 for.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
She
what's your
seems cagey.
What's your tragic background? Yeah, I got bored, so I joined Union.
What was their leader's name? The big himbo.
Charlie Wayne Watts.
Charlie Wayne
Himbo?
Watts, yes.
What in the
I love
world makes
the
him use a himbo?
He gives
You
off himbo
literally said-
vibes.
You literally misused the saying "Squeaky Wheel gets the grease." He's a himbo in my mind now.
Charlie Wayne, what was the last one?
Watts.
Watts.
Charlie Wayne Watts.
What was his call sign? That one was
Wild
Viking,
Man.
right? Wild Man.
He was Wild Man. Named after a critter that lives out where he lived, back home.
Yep. I remember that bit. I just didn't remember his call sign.
Please don't make the lovable himbo the big bad.
The lovable himbo will not be the big bad.
I appreciate it.
He's the big bad's henchman.
He's second in command to the big bad.
There you go.
The ultimate betrayal.
Not the himbo!
I mean, you gotta expect it from Jason, though.
Johnny Bravo, how could you betray us?
Only if Johnny was bald. Alright, so y'all got the rest of the day free as long as y'all get your reports in by noon the next day.
I'll have the report written. Or Cortana will spend most of his time like writing the report. And he does the equivalent of like scheduling the send for exactly 12 o'clock.
I feel that.
For Tiana, she's probably like the first one with the report in because she's used to being an engineer and having to report pretty much everything quickly on a space station.
Yeah, just making sure her little brother, our big brother, doesn't write it with crayon.
He doesn't. In fact, his report is incredibly detailed. It's basically like a minutes of the entire mission.
It's bullet time.
It goes off into several tangents of research, and that has footnotes.
Yep. Which might cause some eyebrow raises to go, huh? Because this came from Uriah.
But disorganized on paper. Well, strange.
Disorganized in life.
It's so disorganized in every other way.
Yeah, his report is actually quite long.
There's a Google Doc, and within it lies a PowerPoint presentation, and within that lies a spreadsheet.
And with that, a link to another spreadsheet.
And then a link to a Rickroll.
So, Tiana, your basically your bunk assignment changes as you are now lumped in with these guys.
Okay. She's fine with it.
Also as a point of order, once that's done, Uriah will go hunting down Ishmael.
Okay, he is there. Let's see. He's a mechanic. Oh, I don't think he was the head mechanic. He was just the mechanic y'all ran into while you were over there.
From what I understand.
Okay.
But yeah, you get there, and him and several other mechanics, they're going over, they're basically pouring over y'all's mechs, looking for any, patching up the damage.
I think for the most part we were undamaged.
Gentleman got some hits. Gentleman almost went through a complete track of health.
Yeah, that's fair.
So Tiana, her mech got hit with a mortar shot. So.
Uriah's mech came through, I think, fine.
It's a little waterlogged, but
yeah. They find fish.
Actually, no, not waterlogged at all. But anyway,
it has a fish in it somewhere.
It's vacuum sealed.
Yeah. Which one of you is the one in charge?
And they all turn.
Vika walking by to go somewhere else.
Most all of them turn to look at you.
Use your inside voice and keeps walking.
Do you mean who's the head mechanic? Or
yeah.
Or head of engineering?
Yeah.
Actually, they would just call it the head mechanic. Technically, it's probably the head of engineering.
Also, Vika, what's your heavy weapon again?
On gentlemen?
No, you.
Oh, big brass knuckles.
Okay.
That would be Engineer Farley.
Hey, Mr. Farley. I was
He's not
told
here
to
right
come.
now.
Nah, damn it.
No, they tell you where his office is. He doesn't do a whole lot of the baseline work himself. He's more like an organizer of the department. Though he worked his way up the ranks, so he has done the actual work before.
He's the one who tells the other mechanics what to do, or
I'll be back.
engineers.
He zooms down the hall to wherever Engineer Farley's office is.
Wherever Dude Man is.
Well, it's off in
Dude
another
Man
building.
is. He's gone.
So yeah,
He's
you're
got-
running across the base.
He's got to get somewhere quickly. He has a project.
One of the engineers looks over at you, Vika. Is he always like this?
Yeah.
Why does everyone keep asking me that?
Just give him a project and make sure he sleeps at least a couple hours in every 24 and he's fine.
One of the guys that was working on Gentleman, he comes over. Oh, hey, while we were working on it, we got a notice. And you see where your license is bumped up.
Ah, sweet!
Yeah.
Like all of us got new license?
Yeah, if y'all start checking in.
Nice.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Hey, you've proven you won't blow your own leg off in a mech.
Nah.
Congratulations.
Or the legs of others. Most of the time.
Well, there were the legs of some others, but not on your side at least.
Fair enough. So that means it can get some fancy upgrades.
Mm-hmm.
Gets a little bit of like a devious screen, like, I'll figure something out for him.
Yeah, they basically, they tell you where you can go to kind of look through what's available to you now.
Sweet.
All right, so anything else y'all want to do with y'all's downtime here on base?
Yeah, once he gets cleared for being able to do projects, he will actually basically ambush his sister. Go, hey,
Hmm.
I need those gauntlet knuckle things of yours.
Fine. It's not like the two like things that look like like the heads of black hammers, or not black hammers, blacksmith hammers,
Mhm.
Yeah,
and hands them to him.
grabs them off.
Please don't. Someone
not-
back home made those. Please don't beat him up too bad.
I won't.
Thank you.
Basically, downtime. He's adding a pneumatic enhancer to them.
Okay.
Basically, if she hits somebody, they're immediately knocked prone.
Okay. Give me a roll to see if it works.
Is that something? Yeah. So that's something that you can actually do.
It is.
Oh dear.
It's actually a thing that you can get as a tactical reserve. Do I get an accuracy because of my mechanic background?
I think that would give you a. Oh wait, no, that's your background. Yes.
Yeah.
And then whichever one the tag factor in.
Inventor create.
That'll work.
18.
Oh, not a crit, but you get them functioning.
Zooms back.
We'll say it took more than like 5 minutes. Okay.
Oh yeah. This is what he's doing the rest of the day, probably the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but once he's done, zooms back.
Oh, thank God they're in one piece.
They do look a little different.
Squinty eyes at them. What did you do? That does not reassure me.
No. He pulls out a little like dummy that he made.
Why are you carrying? I'm not gonna ask. What
Punch
do you
this.
need me? Okay. Puts on the gloves, wails on it.
As soon as you hit, then it ejects more. All I'm picturing is Iron Man from that second Avengers movie.
Yeah.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
I made a pneumatic enhancer. Basically, it takes the kinetic energy of the blow you cause and triggers the lock mechanism in the gauntlets, which will then apply a doubled amount of kinetic force upon impact to knock your targets prone.
It punches them into the ground, essentially. Layman's terms.
Yeah.
Okay. Big old little sister bear hug. Head pap.
Yes. And he's off again.
No. Take a nap or eat something, please.
I'm going to go get a drink.
Thank you.
Love you.
Yeah.
All right, so what is it everybody else doing? Anybody else have projects they're working on? All of you eventually notice that your licenses have been bumped up. We'll discuss that a little bit after session, probably.
Yeah. Yep. I start sending emails to different companies.
Would you sponsor me? Please.
Look!
Rabbit.
I didn't shoot myself in the foot.
Right, fills out the license for
And
for what was that car?
Rabbit fills out the license for Lancaster.
Okay.
Restock drones.
Oh, it was what you were looking for. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Freddie.
And this is more of an this kind of side thing. Probably while Uriah's up in his little sulk station, he hears a pair of mag boots coming up the side and says, "I just want to apologize. I was rather rude to you, son."
Nah, you get used to it. Thanks, though.
Well, hopefully we'll be able to figure out a good name for this. What would be a good word? Gaggle for eccentrics. That's probably a better term for this group.
See, you don't want me naming anything, because it's going to be... See, you can see in the corner over there, it's like my sister already knows. You see her shaking her head.
Has a spider sense of my twin is up to something.
Which is rather impressive considering we're both upside down.
And then when she looks up, both of the guys on the ceiling are looking down at her.
Please don't blow anything up.
I'm not.
I'm gonna say Tiana just opens a vent and pops out, and she's upside down looking at them.
Hey, Vent Gremlin.
Because she would probably find work with the engineers to see if they needed help in the vents, so she would be crawling through the vents.
Is there a story behind the whole vent thing? Hey, Rabbit, is there
I'm small and can fit in the vents where most engineers can't.
All right, then.
So back home on the space station, they just said, "Can you do this?" I said, "Sure." So I started crawling through vents.
Cortez, is there anything you want to get up to?
Yeah, he's just sending a bunch of correspondence to a bunch of different. He has specifications that he's looking at. He's just contacting the major companies to see if any of them have something that fits his descriptions.
Okay.
Before he comes to it,
So he's researching.
He's researching the different groups.
Okay. Melody.
He's like, I get out of this thing, thank God.
She would probably be doing the same.
Okay.
License level 2.
All right, so
Wait, so we are license level 1 now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You went from 0 to 1.
You unfortunately don't get a frame until 2.
That's fine. I get stuff, so let me do that. Yeah, that's what you would be doing.
Systems, though.
I'm excited for restock drones.
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and wrap here then, and we'll talk a little bit off stream about how y'all are fiddling with y'all's
Yep.
frames.
Yeah.
But I hope y'all had fun. I enjoyed it.
Oh, for
Yep.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out the pacing of this game a little bit, but we'll get there.
I think
First
it's
three
partially.
episodes.
I think it's partially because the mech combat and the interaction combat are two very different
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
beasts.
The pilot combat for sure is a lot different than
Mhm.
some other games.
I like
that
it though.
played.
I like
Yeah.
having the
Yeah.
narrative flow and then
It's-
the big mechanical like tactical flow.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
it's
it's
very
a neat
good.
way to do it. The
Yeah.
mech combat is crunchier, which I kind of want for my mech combat, but it's not like BattleTech crunch,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and there's not as many
Go battle
fiddly bits
math.
that you're having to keep up with.
Call it battle math. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think I'm going to enjoy this.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm having fun.
I am too.
so I hope anybody that came by and watched, or comes by and watches later, enjoyed it. I hope you join us again next week. Again, I was your storyteller of the evening, Jason, and with me was Sarah as Vika, or Vika,
Either works.
Patrick as Freddy, Carr as Tiana, Eric as Uriah, Rappy as Melody, and Jeremy as Corteve, whatever.
Close enough.
KT.
Cordy.
It works.
Kortov.
I'm just gonna start calling my
Kortov,
character Rabbit because like that's just easier.
Anyway, we will see y'all next time.